morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a slightly different video for you today. I was contacted several weeks ago by BeeBeeCrafts asking if I would be interested in taking part in their YouTube product review program, and I have to say I had absolutely no idea what that was, and whilst I thought I had heard of one or two crafters mention BeeBeeCrafts, I didn't know anything other than the name. I'd never been on their website. So I did go back to them and say, could they explain what the YouTube product review program was? And they came back and basically said, we would like to send you a small selection of our products for you to open on camera on YouTube and then use and do a review. So I went back to them and I said, yeah, I am interested, but on the basis that it would be absolutely a warts and all, an absolutely upfront and honest review of the products, and also on the basis that I wouldn't review any products or make any recommendations unless I was absolutely 100% certain and happy with the product and it would be something that I would use. And to their credit, they came back and said, yeah, absolutely, you know. So they then gave me the opportunity to go and choose some products from their website. And well, I have to say, I cannot believe that I've been a crafter for all these years and don't know about BeeBeeCrafts, because I have to say I was like a kid in a sweet shop when I was on online looking at all their products. They have absolutely loads and loads, and it was no mean feat trying to choose some samples to have sent to me to review. And what I've got here are the samples that I've chosen, and I chose 5 items to review. Now, I have to also own up that there was so much on their website that I could have shopped there all day, and I do have some items off to one side of me here which I bought as a personal order over and above the samples, because there were other things that I wanted to try out and use, and I will show you those in a moment, because we're crafters, we like to share, don't we? So certainly it was no mean feat trying to choose some samples, and if nothing else, have a look at their website, because they have some amazing stuff on there. This has shipped really quickly. In fact, both orders, the orders came separately. That's why this one is open, because I didn't know if it was my personal order or the samples. And I've received them in, well, this order here, I've got my printed email confirmation off to one side of me here, and that told me that that was shipped on the 30th of September and it arrived this morning. So it's made really good time. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the parcel so that I can show you the samples that I asked for. So I'm just going to lift everything out, and what I've agreed to do is obviously show you the samples that I've bought. So that's my empty package, and I will I have to do a couple of videos showing you things that I've made with these items. So that's why I've chose what I've chosen, and also stuff that I knew that I would use and stuff that I've used before, so that I could compare the quality and see if I would be happy using these items rather than the ones that I've bought from other suppliers of a similar nature. You'll know what I mean when I get going. So this is just my packing list, so nothing exciting there, and these are my 5 items. So the first thing I chose was some beads. Now, as you can see on all of these, there's these little plastic packages, containers. That's one thing I personally love, because as a crafter, it's finding places to store all of these things, and these plastic containers for me are great. I love them. So these jewelry beads, I love these, as you know, for dangles off the edge of my pages and on my tags, and they have several of these. Now, when I say several, they have several colorways, and I chose these because I wanted these aqua colors. I love using greys and pale grey, and I've got a couple of projects on the go at the moment that will use this purple and this lilac. And then these are pearl beads, and obviously these are kind of faceted beads, and again in colours that I will use. Perhaps not so much the black, but I mean, there's always a project, a Halloween project, for example, where you would use these. Now, I personally don't like acrylic beads, and these are all glass beads, and they are lovely. And I'm just going to put my glasses on because I just want to look at a closer look at the quality of these. And particularly, you know me, I like my pearls and I use a lot of pearls. So I just want to have a look, because sometimes these are lovely. I have to say, they're a nice weight and they're nicely finished off, and the coating is even. Obviously they're not real pearls, they're glass beads with a pearl finish to them. But sometimes you get really rough finishes round the holes, and these are good. So I would say I would be more than happy to use these in any of my projects. I really like those. And I love the range of colours. I love the container. And I love these little multifaceted ones. These are very, very pretty. And they're a nice size. You can get different sizes on their websites, but this is a particular size that I like. I think it's the 4mm size. So yeah, I definitely love that product, and I look forward to using it. And it's a good robust container. Nothing's going to spill out of there. So yeah, good one. I like that. The next thing I chose were some, now what are they called? I'm just looking off to one side. These were called ARRICRAFT, ARRICRAFT, and they're not 4mm, they're 6mm. They're round baking painted crackled glass beads and pearls, and there's 500 in here. And the price was $6.99. Sorry, I haven't got it in English. I've only got it in dollars on this packing sheet that's off to one side of me. So for 500 pieces, that was $6.99. Oh, I should mention about shipping. They do, I think it's for purchases over £35, I think it was. You got free shipping. So it's worthwhile putting together a bit of an order if you are thinking of buying from them. But I have to say, I had no trouble choosing enough items to put in my basket for £35 once I got on their website. As I say, it's huge. Give yourself plenty of time. So that was my jewellery beads. I'll put the link down below, not only to BeeBeeCrafts homepage, but also to all the individual products so that you can find them easily. Now, these are PandaHall Elite, and these are jewellery pins. There's 560 pieces in here of 8 different styles of stainless steel jewellery pins. So I've got those with an eye at the end so that I can do some beading and then attach something to the ring at the bottom. There are some, I call these flathead pins. So there's some of those. Then there's some ball-headed ones in here as well. So they're all a smaller size, and those are, let me get my ruler and then I can tell you what size they are. So these are just over 1 inch and, I'd say 1.25 inches or in centimeters, 3 centimeters. And then these are longer ones, so these are looking like, just trying to find them. These are longer. These are around about 5 centimeters or 1.5 inches. Now I have to say, looking closely at, these are ball-headed ones again, stainless steel. And I have to say that some of these in here are bent. Now I can easily bend those back, but I would expect them ordinarily to be straight. As you can see, this one here is bent, another one there. There's quite a few in here that are bent. So yeah, that's maybe not so good. Then we've got some more here that are a lot longer, and again I can see a couple in here that are bent. There's some more there, slightly, so it looks like these are like 2 inches, these are 1.5 inches. So there's plenty in here of all different sizes. These are perfectly straight, these flathead ones, and there's a couple of bent ones in there. So perhaps not so good. That's probably more about how they've been packaged, rather than how BeeBeeCraft have dealt with them. Not the end of the earth. I mean, there are, as you can see, there's a lot to get in this little container. So much so I can't shut the lid now. Yep, I think there's a bit of plastic shut there. So yeah, there's 560 pieces in there, but still good quality by the looks of them. I'll be able to tell when I'm actually curling them, when I'm actually putting some beads on there, how well they handle. I have to say I haven't used stainless steel ones before. Normally when I've used these, I go for the silver ones, but I'm happy with these. I chose the stainless steel ones, and for these 8 styles of 560 pieces, these cost $10.69. So you get a lot for what you pay in those. The next thing I chose was some more ARRICRAFT 1,800 pieces of open jump rings. Now these are unsoldered, so they're open, and these were on promotion when I chose these. These were $4.75, and I chose them because I've got a huge variety of colours, which is what I like. I love this gunmetal colour, and looking at the quality, fabulous. They're exactly what I would use, absolutely. And there's the antique bronze, I call that colour. Then like a matte silver, gold. Now I never use gold very much, but they do come in useful, because when you want one you need one, don't you? And then this is the bright silver, lovely. So the quality looks exactly what I would use on these. And then, no, this one must be the antique bronze, and the one round here must be antique copper. But really lovely. So again, another good container when I can get it shut. Good solid rope container, and they look really good quality in there. So yeah, happy with those, definitely happy with those. Right, now these are Nbeads natural weathered agate beads, and it was a strand of dyed frosted round 6mm beads, and these were $6.49, and I love them because of the colour. I have to say the colour was just perfect for a project that I have in mind. As I said, I'm on a bit of a purple lavender bent at the moment, and as you know from the shabby florals friendship journal that I've just made. So these were absolutely perfect for what I wanted. And I can see straight away one of them is broken. Let's have a look. Yeah, one of them there is broken, and there's the piece in my hand. Now, bearing in mind that that padded envelope wasn't very padded, and there's no padding on this, and that these are glass beads, I'm not surprised really. Now I can still, you know us as crafters, I can still use these with a touch of glossy accents. I can turn them over and use the reverse side of them. So I'm not particularly bothered that one out of my strand is broken. You might be. This doesn't particularly bother me because looking at the quality of the rest of them, they are absolutely lovely. And the colours are just amazing. And there's no cracks or other blemishes on any of the other beads. They have like a crazed finish, which you're probably picking up on the camera. They're not cracks, it's just the natural crazing in the frosting on the beads. And they are lovely and a really, really nice weight to them. So yeah, I can forgive them for sending me one broken one. I really can, especially as I can use it. It's amazing what we can do with glossy accents. So I'm really happy with those. I have to say, if I'd got maybe 4 or 5 out of that strand that was broken, I wouldn't have been happy. So I'm being totally honest and frank here. If I'd got more than one, one's okay in my mind. If I'd got 4 or 5 or more that were broken, I certainly wouldn't have been happy. And I'm sure BeeBeeCraft would have addressed that for me. And then this was my final product choice, and these are called PandaHall Elite. There's 50 pieces in here. They're 12mm little mini empty glass globe bottles, and I was absolutely fascinated by these. I really was. And let me show you what these are. And these certainly have been well wrapped in bubble wrap inside their plastic container. And look at these. They are absolutely what I've just said. Little tiny glass bottles. And I just thought they would make the most adorable charms and page dangles on a journal. And you get lids to them. So these are the silver lids, like so. And then this is a packet of gold lids. So there's 50 in this little packet here, and I think you get 25 of each of the silver and the gold. And then these just fit on top of the bottles like so. Oh. But you do need to glue them on with glossy accents or some other equivalent glue. Now these are very, very tiny. I'm struggling here. So there you can see that's with its lid on. There's like a little lip at the top of the bottle that cap is fitting onto. So it will glue on there quite easily, and you can hold it in place until it sets. Or if you can find something to rest the bottom of the bottle in, then that will sit nicely on the top. Woo! And that one's just gone onto the floor. But in the lid there is a tiny hole, as you can see. Oh, says she. Let me hold that up. Can you pick up that there's a little tiny hole at the top of the lid? You can just make that out. So I thought that these would be absolutely amazing to use as little dangles off the side of a journal. So cute. And you could put something in there. You could put a flower in, you could put a flower head in there and fill it up with some resin. You could put some liquid in there, because bearing in mind you're sealing up the lid. So for me, I was thinking that I certainly would use some of these on my Alice in Wonderland journals, where she has a bottle that says "Drink Me." I thought these would make lovely addition as dangles off the side. But there's all sorts that you can do, or I can do with these. So I really couldn't resist those. So these are, as I say, the 5 items that I chose as my samples, and I will be having a little play over the next couple of weeks with these, and be back to show you what I have made, or using them even. I might play with them online for you to see what's what. So, as I said, I'll leave that off. As I said, these are my samples, but I will show you what I also purchased for my own personal order. And I saw these online on the website, and they're very similar to those little glass globe bottles. They are some long ones, exactly the same but long. So again, you've got a little glass tube this time, and this is the cap that goes on the tube. Now there's a tiny little lip here, but there's nothing to screw on, it just sits on. So you certainly would have to line the inside of your lid with glossy accents. But look at that, that is amazing. Sorry, I think it's amazing. I just love it. Size wise, it's including the loop at the top to the bottom of the tube, that is 1.25 inches, which is 3.5 centimeters. And again, that would make a lovely dangle on a journal of some sort. I really love these. And these are, I have to say, slightly thicker and feel a little bit more robust than the glass globe bottles, but equally both would make nice charms, I think. So I bought those. I bought a different pack of, these are actually 4mm pearls, and these gorgeous variety of colours, and equally as good quality as the ones that I got in the plastic container as supplies. But oh, look at those colours, they're absolutely gorgeous. So I've got pale blue, there's green, there's aqua, and there's a nice rich blue on there. So I've got oodles and oodles of those. Oh, I didn't tell you how much these were, the glass globe bottles. These were $8.49. And sorry, for my order, I can't remember what I paid. I'm sorry, I haven't got the details by the side of me. I also bought another one of these bead containers full of, this time, just multi-size, clear, faceted glass beads. And if I can get some out, there's all different sizes in here. So I would use all of these, and again, they're glass beads, so the quality is lovely. They're not plastic at all, and the finish on them is beautiful. So I'm really happy with those. So I will be using those on tags. And these tiny little ones, I probably wouldn't use these on tags or as page dangles. I would probably just sew them into my embroidery and use them that way for embroidered envelopes and the like. And then the last thing I bought were these, and I bought these on a bit of a whim. I thought these are like the old-fashioned suspenders for stockings, and I thought these would make a fantastic clip for adding lace or fabric to in a journal. And I saw these and I thought, wow, they're amazing. I can use those. They are a little bit, if you see at the side, they are a little bit chunkier than I would have liked. That is absolutely my own fault for not checking the description properly. They are easy to open, so I can see me clipping those onto the side of a journal like so. I've got quite a big page here, thick page rather. Clipping those on the side of a cover really, and having a dangle off the side. Now, as I say, they are quite big and chunky. I thought that I could use them on a page as a dangle, but I probably wouldn't. It's probably too chunky. And true to form, I bought two lots. I bought this metal colour or silver, brushed silver colour, and these antique bronzy ones. And there's 50 in each of these, so I've got oodles. So I now need to come up with a project where I can use these. But I have to say, they won't go amiss. I will use them. I probably will use them more in mixed media projects rather than in journal projects, unless, as I say, I use them as embellishment on the front cover. So there we go, everybody. There's my hauls. These are my own purchases, and these are the samples that BeeBeeCraft very kindly sent me. And as I say, I will be using these in some up-and-coming videos so that you can still see what I think about the quality as I'm actually using them. Now, as I said, I will put in the description box down below details of BeeBeeCraft's homepage so you can have a look at their website. That's one of the things I promised to do. I will put below details of these products so that you can find them easily enough. And I will also put a link in the description box down below if you are interested in taking part in BeeBeeCraft's YouTube product review program. My understanding is it's open to anybody who has over 100 subscribers on their YouTube channel. I'm sorry if you don't have a YouTube channel, I don't think it's open to you. But I will put the link down below for those of you that might be interested in doing a similar sort of thing, so you can get in contact with BeeBeeCrafts as well. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope you found this useful. Certainly I've had fun today looking at my bits and bobs, and I'm certainly going to have fun playing with them during the course of the next couple of weeks. So thanks so much, everybody. Take care, have a fantastic week, and hope you all find time for some lovely crafting. Bye for now, everybody. Bye bye.